The city of Dallas, Texas. The location for the Pelicans. When he's out on the floor, you always feel like he is always in control. Leading the way for his team will be Drew Holiday as they prepare to get down to business at American Airlines Arena. Pelicans Man is next.
All right, guys, NBA 2K20, Pelicans MyLeague, bringing it to you live and direct, full game, CPU versus CPU.
And our coverage tonight at the American Airlines Center, where the Dallas Mavericks will be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. With a few teams out there competing for those last playoff spots, Shaq, what to make the final cut?
We're not going to make many changes to your team. You got to know who you are. You are or you are not. What you do is try to play to your strengths.
The concentration, the effort, the energy, that's where you're going to separate yourself as a contender. I'm letting you know you got to finish strong right now.
And with that, just about time for tip. We will see you later.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys checking out this video. We're going to see if we can beat these Dallas Mavericks. See if the Pelicans can beat the Dallas Mavericks.
We welcome you.
They got Luka Doncic. I think they have the edge against us. Luka Doncic hard to stop. I don't think Drew Holiday has the height that can contain Luka Doncic. You probably can keep him in front of him, but Luka Doncic has the strength over Drew Holiday.
With an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
They have home court advantage.
For New Orleans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All and Holiday combine at the guard spot. And it's Favors and at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Doncic. And it's Kleba in its center.
All right, move the ball. Get the ball in your hands.
Ingram
There you go.
outside.
Nice shot, Brandon Ingram.
1 for 1 with that shot.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls, constantly keeping them guessing.
Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Well, they coasted.
Ball movement, nice ball movement.
Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there is no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Clock at 4. Here's ball. It's tipped.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
Shot is off.
You can see he just rushed it a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Ingram outside. Holiday has it in the corner. 1-3.
Nice shot, Drew Holiday.
And they don't want to get in the habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Finney Smith. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Bangs on the trifecta.
Doncic loves the ability to respond with a 3. That is tough.
Favors passes to Ingram. New Orleans moving the ball around. On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Doncic. Stolen by Brunson. Inside. The pass to Brokaw. Down low. That shot misses. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Really a disappointing.
No, Holiday, you can't take those shots.
And should have been closer than it was.
Greg, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
Now, here's ball. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Ball with it. Pass to Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Well, you like how Favors stays after it in that instance. When he's close to the bucket, boy, he's great at hustling for these second chance points.
Now here's Brunson.
No.
Picked up 21 points in their last win against Chicago.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Ball with it. Brunson covering. From outside. Back to Ball. After Williamson. The kick out to Holiday. Launches a three. Pelicans keep it alive. The shot's good.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Now here's Doncic. In the game
Nice
against
switch.
Chicago.
Nice
Very
switch.
impressive. Pass to Brokaw. Over Holiday. Brokaw's
Yeah,
shot is
nice
off.
rebound,
Listen,
Favors.
offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Here's Holiday. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
This one, so nice bullet.
Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collected.
The numbers for Luka Doncic absolutely staggering. The only rookie ever to average over 20 points, 7 boards, and 5 assists.
It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Six to shoot. Here's Holiday. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Wow, what a phenomenal timing sense from Derek Favors. Flushes back the miss with ease.
Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Rebound, no good. And such impressive poise and confidence for Luka Doncic, Doors. He's unfazed by the NBA.
I think it makes sense
Nice,
to
Favors.
consider this young man has been playing as a
Favors
pro
got
and
6
against
points.
men since the age of 16. And by 17, he was tearing up the EuroLeague. This guy was ready to make the leap.
Pelicans leading by 4. Here's Holiday. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
Now here's Brunson. He has 5. Pelicans with the rebound. And it's Ball in the corner. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Here is Favors. After Luka Doncic's bucket, here's Ingram. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Runs in the pass to Doncic. Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Ball. Can't get it to fall. Holiday, no one.
Holiday for 3.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And now it's a 9-point Pelican lead. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Stretch offensively, for sure.
Count that one. Brunson's got 7.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. That one goes in.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
The Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry's checked in for Ryan Brokaw. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And here it's Ball after Luka Doncic hitting the three. Here's Hart, guarded by Doncic. Hart, that's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Mavericks trail by 8. Curry looking around. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And that one, good.
This guy's a really clever penetrator. You have to be aware of Seth Curry's craftiness on the drive.
Here's Hart. 8 points his last outing. Now, Ball. There's the feed to Okafor. Well, shot missing.
His defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. After Luka Doncic's miss. Here's Hart. Guarded by Wright. It's blocked.
Exceptional at timing for blocks. Rises up and sends it back.
Pelicans leading by 8. Here's Hart, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic feeling it out. A chance shot, and it's good on the layup. Doncic has got 11 points.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Ball kicks to Redick. Back to Ball. There's the pass to Okafor. Misses the layup.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Doncic run the floor. You got to keep up with him.
6'7", about 220 doors. Is he a point guard? A point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
And he makes the first. It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change.
Hard work. I have seen you work.
Hey, that's how you got the line. The first one.
Pelicans shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Second one, good job.
Season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017. He has been solid.
And that one
Nice
trumps.
take.
And the
More.
Pelicans lead by 11.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Spares from right. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Dallas, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
I think it's fair to say that Seth Curry has found his footing in this league. He gains more and more confidence every year.
Powell finds Doncic. Powell. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Good from Moore. And here's Curry who brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 10. Pass to Doncic.
On him.
Right against Reddick.
Cut.
There's the ball. From down in the low post. It goes. New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Moore against Wright. And the wide open shot from Reddick. Throws it from outside.
Been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
On the wing, Doncic. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 14.
Wait, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Drew Holiday has been on display for New Orleans. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
One way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas. On the perimeter, it's Curry and Doncic. Bogdanovic is out there with Dwight Powell, and it's Wright in at the guard position. 4 on the clock. Here's Hart. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And so far, the story, his last 10 games have been exceptional. First in assists, 6th in rebounding, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Lead the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense.
Good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Reddick passes to Hayes. He's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the middle. Here's Wright. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Wright's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Mavs. Right against Moore. Dishes it to Okafor. He kicks it to Hayes. And the shot is long.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
And this is the key. In this game, you've got to be able to move your feet to be successful on the defensive end.
Now here's Wright. A 17-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
And the other thing, guys, he
Nice
really
defense,
got
Jackson
after it on
Hayes.
the backboard. What a complete game for this guy.
Redick against Curry. Now here's Okafor. He's tightly guarded to the left side wing. Here's Hart. 6 points for him. And the Pelicans miss again. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their
Nice
athletes.
defense.
And they continue
Don't be
to
physical.
control the glass.
There's the three. That shot off the mark. And it's Dallas the other way.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Kleber's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dwight Powell. And Ryan Brokoff subbed in for Luka Doncic. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Williamson comes in for Hayes. Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Holiday in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota. Misses from close range. In the corner, right with it. Takes the three. Hits it from 3-point range. Wright's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Ingram with it. Now Wright defending. From the elbow. No good on that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. This team coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense.
Wow.
They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks. After a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Jalen Brunson, who's checked in for Dallas. On a switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. The one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it.
This is too easy for Williamson. Once he gets established position, he is ready to attack the rim.
Now here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Brokoff. No good. That would have tied it.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just
Nice
lucky.
layup.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's Wright. He's got 8. Pass to Brokoff. Deep. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors got 7 rebounds in the game.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
New Orleans shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Balls checked in for the Pelicans. And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore, also blessed grade, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane, and makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Now here is Holiday, 11 points in the game. And another make to his scoring column, his fifth basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Wright. Passes it to Cleveland. They get it again. Brunson kicks to Cleveland. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Three-pointer right. Clock reset for Dallas. And they get it. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Wright's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. New Orleans leading by 8. Ball feeling it out a bit. And there's the pass to Williamson. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
And the Pelicans with possession here. The Mavericks making the shot. It's Ingram on the wing. On the wing, Holiday. Off target with his three.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Hit the line. Here's Cleveland. And it's blocked.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
And so here is Dallas. Ryan Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. And right, here we go.
Nice defense.
Pelicans leading by 6. Feeds to Williamson.
Nice tag for Zion Williamson.
And it's 8 points for Zion Williamson.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Now here's Brunson. He has 7. Dallas needs to get off the shot. Cleveland with the bucket. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now here is Holiday. He's got 13. Back to Ball. Shot clock at 6. Ring shot on the way. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
That bucket in no time at all. And now just a 4-point Pelican lead. To the inside. Favors. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Very difficult to match up with Favors. I love how under control, under duress he was right there.
Cleveland, the pass to Wright. Launches it. Shot off. And New Orleans will come the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And that one's good. Williamson.
All that muscle helping Williamson on these takes. He is difficult to stop.
And Wright kicks to Cleveland. A three-pointer is right on target. Cleveland's got 5 now.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Williamson.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now here's Wright. He's got 12. Here's Brokoff. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Ingram's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Now here's Williamson. Coming off a 25-point game against Minnesota.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboard. What a complete game for this guy.
Mavericks trailed by 5. And 101 left in the first half. And now the Pelicans on the break. Holiday with it. Now Wright defending. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. And Brokoff pulls it down. The Mavericks shooting not great, 40% for the game. And here's Brunson. 9 points in the game so far. Dallas again turning it over. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Powell comes in for Ryan Brokoff. Doncic is checked in for DeLon Wright. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Redick dishes to Hayes. Okafor, the pass to Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ball. No good. They can't put an end to this drought. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. New Orleans on top, up 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
Keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Where's the tussle there in the first half, huh? After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They lead by 5. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that's going to do it for us here. Second half of action is coming your way.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Pelicans leading by 5. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Ball. Count that one. Brunson's got 11 points.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Holiday to pass the ball. New Orleans moving the ball around. Ingram left side. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Now here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Hey, Doncic just took it to the hole.
Apart, and let's
They
face
just
it,
got the
they have
power
not
with Drew
brought
Holiday.
their A game on that side of the ball.
Outside Holiday. Now here's Ball. Brunson covering. There's the triple. Ball no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. Passes to Brunson. Taken away by Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 15 points in the game.
And no
Nice
surprise
defense. Drew
here,
Holiday
right?
will
This guy
stay
is
with it.
not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
What a college career for Jalen Brunson. 2 championships and a Wooden Award. This is one of the most decorated players in college basketball history.
Wow, 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
To Cleveland. Here's Brokaw. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Cleveland kicks to Brunson. Clock at 6. Here's Doncic. Stolen by Holiday. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. The 2K leaderboard shows us who the top assist men have been since the All-Star break. Second, Luka Doncic. And, of course, Lonzo Ball.
The highlight reel pass has become a calling card for both of these fellas since the halfway point.
Mavericks trail by 7. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Brokaw. Covered by Ingram.
I want to talk to this gentleman.
With it.
Information.
He's got 13.
Williamson.
Eric Favors with the rebound.
Just trying.
Favors has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Hello?
Williamson.
Get out of here.
All right.
Get out of here.
The pass to Williamson.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. Get out of here.
Yeah, my stepdad. Yeah.
They're on the 3.
It's all right.
Here's Brokaw. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He goes on Brandon Ingram.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Doris, do you think it's more challenging for
For Steve?
mid-sized markets?
Yeah, this is such an interesting debate
a
in
word
a
letter for
world
who?
that has become, because of social media, so much
For
smaller.
you.
You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does
You want
still
my
feel
words
like
later?
that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well,
Oh, yeah, he's
boy,
talking about
those day by day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Fouls checked in. And New Orleans also making a change. Etwan Moore is checked in for Lonzo Ball. And so he makes both from the line.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Pelicans leading by 5. Holiday looking over the floor. Shoots over Doncic, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
From the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this PGA going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Side Holiday. It's rebounded by Dallas.
In the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
It's cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Doncic.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
Now here's more. To the paint. Here's Williamson, and the jump by Williamson.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with mid-slam, I think.
3.5%.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Okafor is checked in for Derek Favors.
100,000? No. 3,000.
Find the legs. Free throw good from Williamson.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential. Very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Shot by Holiday, no good. The Mavericks trailing. For the tie. Kicks at the foul. Passes to Brunson.
Yeah, go on you.
Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. Brunson's got the game tied up here for Dallas.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Holiday finds Ingram.
Oh, come on. Got a fall.
6 rebounds in the game.
63-63? Dang, Doncic.
Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Now here is Holiday. 17 points in the game. He kicks it to Williamson. Outside Holiday with the shot. And the Pelicans miss again.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Here's Doncic trying to get over. Nice shot by Prokop. And it's a 4-point Dallas lead.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Holiday dishes to Ingram. And it's good for 2. Ingram's got 6 here in this quarter. Dallas calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Curry comes in for Ryan Brokaw. And it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. And then for New Orleans, Hayes is checked in for Williamson. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. And J.K. Redick is subbed in for Moore. Now here's Wright. He's got 12. Right on the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty.
Pass to Hart. Okafor against Marjanovic. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead's been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Okafor.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Wright finds Curry, and it's good. 2 points. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Well, you know that Seth Curry will be aggressive regardless of where he is on the floor. Nice look inside there.
Now here's Redick. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Now here's Wright. Taken away by Holiday. Pass to Hart. Five on the clock. He feeds it to Okafor. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And Curry throws it down.
I think this is someone you have to account for in transition. Seth Curry does a great job getting into open space.
Redick bounce pass. Passes it to Holiday. Drops in the layup for 2. Holiday's got 19 points.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Now here's Doncic. He's starting closer. Backed in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 3. And Holiday kicks to Okafor. Now Redick. He has 6. Back to Okafor. The kick out to Holiday. And the pass to Hart. The tie. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Outside Curry. Pass to Doncic. Here's the floater. And they pick up 2. 26 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
1:51 left to play here in the third. Okafor, the pass to Redick. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Chalk up 2 there. Curry's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Okafor dishes to Holiday. 1:24 left to play in the third. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Pelicans shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Lonzo Ball is checked in for New Orleans.
One shot.
One misses for Okafor. A wide body off the bench. Dwight Powell gives you productive minutes.
He does, Kevin, and that's most reflected in the plus-minus when you look at his stats. This is a guy who hasn't averaged a ton of minutes, but he scores and he defends at a high level when he's given those minutes.
Here's Hart. The Mavericks making the shot. Puts one up. The shot comes out.
The game team has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the score by Dallas. A floater, and he lays it up and in. Hart's got 5 points in the quarter.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Here's White, here's Curry. No, D that time for Reddick. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Hart. And it goes for the 3rd time in 10 shots for him this game.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Right side. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Hayes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Hart. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Doncic. Okay. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Curry and Doncic, the guard pair. Dwight Powell is out there with Marjanovic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. The lineup out there for the Mavericks.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
Now here's Ball. Outside, Reddick. Offline with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And I think this is where Powell is really trying to improve, right? Sacrificing his body, taking it right to the defense.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, this is a decent free throw shooter. And where Powell could help himself is getting to the line a little bit more.
It's blocked. Pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now here's Ball. He dishes it to Faith. 6 on the shot clock. Curry against Ball. It's good.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Now here's Curry. And the Mavericks take another bucket right there.
Love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Ball. Lays it up off the glass. Bull's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, I love the determination with Ball. Always attacking. Does a great job of putting the defense on its feet.
Here's Finney Smith. Outside Curry. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside, Redick misses the three. But they'll get another chance. It's good.
Boy, Favors has been efficient in the paint throughout his career. This guy is so crafty at getting excellent position.
Curry kicks the foul. Passes to Finney-Smith. Now Marjanovic. There's the dish to Doncic. All for three. That one, no good. And New Orleans will come the other way. They get a hand on it. Now the basketball. So the wing on the left. Here's Hart. Guarded by Curry. Here's Hayes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Dallas calls timeout.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Ryan Brokoff comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
To tie it up. And there's Williamson on the assist from Redick. Williamson's got it all tied up now for New Orleans. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Cleveland, the pass to Brokoff. Pass to Curry. Trying to get something going. Trains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Here's Ball. The Mavericks pull it in. Cleveland's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Now here's Brunson. Trying to break free. Cleveland, no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Bounce pass Ingram. Here's Favors. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Well, wonderful execution from Derek Favors. This guy's a bull, and it's really hard to deal with the strength that he brings.
Redick against Curry. From 12 feet out, and the jumper is good. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Inside, here's Williamson. Nails a baby hook. Williamson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you admire that assertive aggression from Williamson. Goes right at you when he's in his comfort zone.
Curry passes to Kleber. Great D that time from Favors. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Some solid hooks for them. Curry with the steal. Here's Brunson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Ooh, close game. 95-96.
First one falls for him. The Pelicans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Favors finds Ingram. To Williamson. Over Brunson. Favors trying to break free.
Dang, Zion. Need you to hit that shot.
Out to the wing. Floats one. Good work there as it goes. Brunson's got 22.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Here's Ball. This is it to Williamson. Back to Ball. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Williamson. And again, New Orleans has no up. Mavericks leading by 4. Down low. Here's Curry. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Knocks it loose. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
To the middle. And the basket by Curry. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Here's Holiday. And that one goes long. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. They double-team Curry. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here is Dallas. Pelicans trail by 8. Outside Holiday. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Holiday's got 21 in the game.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Curry with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. Back to Curry. 5 to shoot. Over Holiday. Dallas no good that time either. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Williamson.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Curry against Holiday. They double-team Curry to the inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Ingram. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Dallas leading by 6. Here's Brunson and the powerful one-handed slam.
Rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Here's Ingram following the score by Dallas. It is good.
Yeah, and Ball, transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Dallas calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were
right now by 6.
calling timeout to let them catch their breath.
Now to recognize our
Luka Doncic played the game.
Luka Doncic.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Brokaw, guarded by Holiday. A nice shot by Brokaw.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The Mavericks making the shot.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Doncic. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing here by 8. And it's Williamson missing. One item that stood out, they're both.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now, here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9.
And there's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pelicans trail by 10. And here's Holiday. Pass the ball. For the 3. Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Ball. Here's Doncic. Good. Nice job down low. Doncic has got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
There is this fundamental confidence to what Luka does, and those difficult floaters, no problem.
Ball with the bucket.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. No good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Doncic outside. Favors brings the double. And stolen by Favors. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, how about the grittiness of Favors on the defensive end? Clogs up the passing lanes with his length, and it leads to an easy one.
Doncic against Howard. Brunson kicks to Doncic. To Kleber. Here's Brokaw. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Brunson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Williamson. Knocks down the 3.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him roll the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 in the walk, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
I'm on call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. 6 seconds left to play here in the 4th. What's your take, guys?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
for three. Ingram. The pass the ball. Lets it go with a three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Absolutely no fear in this young fella. When the game is close, you want the ball in Ball's hands.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
These are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on the edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
All right, let's look at some scores. 38 points for Doncic, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. 24 points for Brunson, 5 assists, 2 steals. 22 points for Seth Curry, 14 points for DeLone Wright, 7 points for Kleber, 6 points for Brokaw, 6 points for Dwight Powell, and 1 more point scorer. Ryan Wilson, 22, led all Pelicans, 6 rebounds, shot 10 of 18 or 10 of 16. Drew Holiday had 21 points, Ball had 14, Ingram had 14, 6 and 4. 4 assists for Lonzo Ball. Josh Hart had 13 points. 12 points for Derek Favors, 14 rebounds. 6 points for JJ Redick. 6 points for Jahlil Okafor. 2 points for Jackson Hayes, 7 rebounds, no blocks this game. Ephon Moore, 2 points. So that's going to do it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your bell notifications on, and don't forget to check out a couple of these videos that you see on the screen. And until next time, guys, appreciate you guys watching. Tune in as we take on our next opponent. I'm not sure who it's going to be, but it's going to be probably somewhere down here, Washington. It'll be the Hawks. I know I simulate every 9 games and play the 10th game. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace.